You guys really seem to like my first Pro Crosshairs video, so you know what? Here's a bunch more. Hey guys, it's FourEyes or Dave here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another pro player crosshairs settings video. I uploaded a first version of this video a couple weeks back in case any of you guys haven't seen it, and it's been doing absolute wonders for my channel. I've had a bunch of new people come and join the channel and subscribe because of that video. So you know what? I thought I would make another one so you can have an idea of a bunch of other new crosshairs from newer players who have come about mainly due to the Ignition series for Valorant, and with a bunch of new teams signing new players, there's a bunch of new crosshairs and settings for us to look at. So without further ado, let's jump into our first pro. So let's start off with pro number one. Today we're looking at TSM's Wardell. Wardell has become a pretty big name in the Valorant scene, especially with the start of the pro scene and with some tournaments coming out. Being part of TSM as well, a lot of people are knowing his name. TSM's a big brand and he's doing pretty well, and he's definitely a streamer and a player who I like watching. This is his crosshair right here. He uses a very small white crosshair, no outlines on this, and no center dot as well. So this is one of the cleanest, simplest crosshairs that I've seen of any player. Not many players using that white crosshair. The only other player I've seen using it is someone like Brax, who uses a slightly smaller version. But this one will be a bit more obvious to the eyes when you're playing around with it. So I'd highly recommend this one to new players and experienced players alike. So give this one a shot. All these settings are on screen here. Try it out. Next up on the list, we're taking a look at Mixwell. Now, Mixwell has recently joined G2 as one of their starting players for their Valorant roster, G2 being one of the biggest European teams. Very exciting to see some European teams being built up to compete with those North American teams. I'm a European player myself, so I'm looking for players like Mixwell to come along and do some damage. So here is his crosshair right here. It's actually very similar to Wardell's crosshair. We've got that white color, we've got no outlines. The main difference here is that the inner line offset is a slight bit bigger, so we've got a bigger gap in the middle, makes it easier a bit to kind of track ahead of an enemy and get a headshot. The lines themselves are a little bit smaller though, so we keep that low profile design and it doesn't get too much in your way when you're aiming. I actually think I prefer this one to crosshair number one, but it's up to you guys to decide which one you like better. And that's it, we'll move on to the next pro. So the third player today we're going to cover is going to be Shroud, and I know that a lot of you guys will be saying, wait, Shroud's not a Valorant Pro player. Well, technically not, but he's such a big streamer, and I know that a lot of people will be wanting to see what crosshair he's using. Plus, if he wanted to go pro, I definitely think he could. He's still got it in him. So here is his crosshair right here. It is a cyan crosshair, and it's actually, in my opinion, huge. This crosshair is absolutely massive in comparison to most of the ones that I've seen. It's got outlines on, the thickest outlines you can have. It's got a long line length as well. This is a very, very interesting crosshair, and it's definitely going to be one I'm going to try out, and I think you guys should try out too, because you never know, something a little bit unconventional might work for you just as it works for him. So all settings on screen, go ahead and try this one out. The final pro we're going to be covering today is Sinatraa, who was a pro Overwatch player who has now come into Valorant and joined Team Sentinels. It's interesting seeing how an Overwatch player transfers over into Valorant. It's a very different style of game, apart from, I guess, abilities and ability usage. But anyway, this is the crosshair that he is using. He is using the first green crosshair of this video, which is interesting because I see so many green crosshairs and it's been really awesome seeing other colors. But green's a great color to go for. Very small, similar crosshair to Wardell and Mixwell, and it's a very solid one to start off with if you are looking for a new crosshair at the moment. So all settings on screen here, the last crosshair of the video. Try it out. And there we go, guys. They are the pro player crosshair settings for today's video. I hope that one of these might just become one of your guys' new crosshairs that you take into games with you, take into ranked, and hopefully it helps you play a lot better and get more one-taps. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button below, and press that little notification bell next to it as well, so you can always stay up to date with new uploads from me. It's been FourEyes or Dave here. Thank you very much for watching.